Welcome back, man, to another episode of the Good Call Fellas podcast.
Yay!
I am the host, or one of
Co-host.
the hostess. I don't know. Well, I'm going to just say I'm one of the hosts. I go by Tweets with my brother William in the building. Episode, what is this, 22 now? Deuce? These is Deuce. Yeah, this 22. Can you name me a player? 22. Can you name a football player that wore number 22? Any all time. It doesn't matter. All time. Doesn't matter.
I cannot. I don't know any players with 22. Really? That's like an awkward number.
Is it? Deuce?
22? I feel like it's like a corner number. It
could be a corner number. It's usually a corner number or free safeties or like running backs wear it. So Deuce is a popular number though, for sure. Really? That's why I asked. Yeah. You don't watch football, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, apparently I don't watch football, so
at all. And this is a football podcast. Sometimes I wonder if
who's someone really I would know.
I'm trying to think. Who would you know that wore 22? That's the problem, right? Because you only watch the Niners, so like it's hard, right? Trying to think of somebody today because I could easily say Deuce McAllister. I think if you're a football fan, you know who Deuce McAllister is. If you know Deuce Staley, you know who that is. You would know he wore 22. I'm trying to think. It's a popular player today.
I'm looking everybody up right now.
That watches. I mean, not watches, but wears 22. You're Googling it?
I'm Googling everybody that wore number 22 because I want to see if any of these names are familiar to me.
Please, let me know when you find a name. Let me know when you find a name. Let's see. Players that wore 22.
22.
Oh, yeah, Emmitt Smith. Duh. You know Emmitt Smith?
That sounds familiar. Who does he play for?
Oh, my God. You don't know who Emmitt Smith is? See, low-key, I ain't gonna lie. I love you, but sometimes I really feel like we should not be doing a football podcast. Ain't no way we do the football podcast and you don't know who Emmitt Smith is. Like, let's be real. Like, yo, are you sure? Like, for real. There's no way you don't know who Emmitt Smith is. No
I
way.
know that dude. No, I know him. I know he played for the Cowboys, right? Yeah, he played for the Cowboys. I know. Let's see.
Yeah.
He played for the Cowboys. Okay, yeah, I know Emmitt Smith. No, I know his face. I don't know him personally.
Yeah,
I know his face.
For sure.
So, yeah, there we go. Emmitt Smith was 22.
Oh, my God. Do you know who Derrick Henry is? I know you know who that is, right?
Yeah, I know Derrick Henry.
Okay, for sure. Jesus.
King Henry?
That is very sad that you don't really know who Emmitt Smith is.
I haven't.
Okay. Listen,
familiar with football
before we start the pod, because we're gonna talk about it. I just want to give people the idea of like, tell them when did you start watching football, and like, how do you watch football? So like, we already know as like you wear that same Niner hat every day, right? So we know as viewers that you clearly are biased when you have your takes, which is nothing wrong with that, however. But as a brother, and I love you to death, you know that we go back to 6th grade. And I say this with the utmost respect ever for you. I'm afraid sometimes when we talk about these football topics because you don't know shit. You don't know one single thing about like anything past 2019. I get scared because you don't know. It would have to be. You know who Michael Vick is, right? Please tell me for the love of God.
Yes, I know Mike Vick. Yeah.
Okay, so I could go a little further. There's just certain players that like I would, as a football fan, you would know, and like you just don't know. The fact that you said you didn't know who Emmitt Smith was off the rip was kind of like, whoa. like what are we doing here? What are we doing right now?
Let me answer your question.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think I became familiar with like football in general until
And don't say to them Niners got to the Super Bowl when we was in high school, because that would be disgusting.
No. It was like when Alex Smith was the quarterback. That's when I started watching.
So that was like mid 2000s. Okay.
So they had like my favorite player back
2000s.
then was Patrick Willis and was Golson. What's his first name? Deshaun Golson? No, it's not Deshaun Golson. What was his first name? I forget his name. They called him the Grim Reaper. That boy would just pop up on you and just hit you hard. He was a safety.
Reaper.
He was a safety. His
that
name
played
was
for
Golson.
who though? I'm trying to think.
The Niners.
Oh, back then, probably Whitner.
No, he was
or
next to
Golston?
him. It was Goldston. I just said
Okay.
Goldston. I don't remember his first name. But yeah, those were my two boys, Patrick Willis and Goldston. What was his first name? Now that's gonna bug me. It wasn't Deshaun, was it? What was it?
I ain't gonna lie. I just seen this nasty dunk. Anyway,
I was
so
like,
you started watching mid 2000s, right? So you were a fan of the Niners. Go figure. Did you watch anybody else outside of the Niners?
No.
Really?
It was Deshaun Golson. It was Deshaun. Okay, he's number 38. I remember him now. Yeah, Deshaun Golson. That was like the one that I would watch. But yeah. So I didn't really become familiar with it. So until I would say like 2010, 11-ish, I wasn't really into it. Shoot. Yeah, you're going to have to cut me some slack. All these Hall of Famers that you be bringing up, like, I didn't see them play, so I don't know who they is. The only one I know
I
is
can't cut you slack because, well, the reason why I can't cut you slack is that we do a football podcast. And in order to do a football podcast, you have to know football subjects. And if you have to know football subjects,
you're here. That's why
that ain't,
you're here.
Well, here's my thing.
So
right?
I can ask you questions, and then you can tell us what you can answer my questions.
Okay, for sure. You got it. Anyway, but enough of all that. I just wanted to give you a hard time for a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Make sure you, to anybody who's listening, if you're watching this on Apple Music or Spotify, wow, I said that wrong. Anyway, if you listen to this on Apple Music and Spotify, make sure you leave a 5-star, leave a review. If you listen to this or watching this on YouTube, because some people don't watch it, they'll just listen to it on YouTube. I get that. Like, share, subscribe. We had 30 followers. We're trying to get that to 50. That's the next goal. We're going to just do a milestone, right? Go 50, 75, 100, boom, right? So, yeah. So, we'll try to get to 50 subscribers. Hopefully, with the next couple months, you know what I mean? A lot of content. We definitely got some TikToks and Reels coming y'all way pretty soon. So, be on the lookout for that.
If we get to 100, Tweet's going to shave his beard.
No. That will not happen. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. There's not enough.
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
There is not enough subscribers in the world that would make me cut off my beard. We would have to get, in order for me to cut my beard, we would have to probably get, if we get 10K, I'll shave my shit. I'll shave my beard.
10K, you would shave your beard off?
10, no,
hey,
that's low. That's low. Let me take that back. Take that back. 100K. If once we get 100K, I'll shave my beard. I'm not shaving my beard at 10. Okay. I'm not shaving my beard at 100 followers. I ain't shaving my beard at 10. 100K. You could book it. 100K. The day we reach 100,000 followers, I will shave my beard. Clean too. I'm not even gonna leave no stubble. It's gonna be a clean face. Promise.
Clip it.
And the problem with that, because it's gonna grow back hella fast. So that's why I'm not even tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. We did all the
subscribe.
Noti bell. The little small details out the way, man. So
comments.
How you doing?
Ow. Bruh. I have been having the craziest week ever. Oh.
Talk about it.
My goodness.
Tell me about it.
Let's see. What happened? So, you know how I've been looking for a car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had seen one over here at a certain Honda dealership local to us. I'm not going to say which one. But they had a 2019 Civic Hatchback Sport. And online, when I seen the listing, it said it was $24,000 for the car, and it had 18,000 miles on it. So I was like, oh, okay, that's a decent, price for that many miles in that year. So let me go check it out. So we go over there. Come to find out, the car is tagged at $26,000, and it's got 44,000 miles on it.
Oh,
I was
somebody
like,
lied.
excuse me.
Somebody lied.
Can we knock this price down because this is way more miles. This 30,000 more miles than listed online. And he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I know. Online it says something different, but we just don't know, who listed it and what happened. But we can't actually knock down the price at all because we bought like new tires and new brakes for the car. So we're already in, all the way. Like I'm already gonna we'll only make $100 off of selling this car if we sell it at the price we have it listed right here on the tag." And I was like, "Look, sir, that's way too much for a car like this." So we didn't get it, but I test drove it. It was so nice. It was so nice. Had some pickup to it and everything. It sounded good too. But I was very upset about it. Like the ride home, I didn't say anything because I was so mad. I was just like, "Nah, bro, this ain't happening, bro." And then the whole weekend, I'm just like seeing the car everywhere. Like everybody driving by is in that car, and I'm just like,
ain't that crazy? When you drive a car or when you get a certain car, and the next thing you know, you start seeing all the cars that's just like yours.
Yeah.
All the time.
Because now you're looking for it. Now you're paying attention to it. But before you weren't looking for it.
That is true.
But
that is
so
true.
that happened on, was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday night. It was Saturday night. So I was super upset about that. And then me and my manager talk about cars a lot and everything. We're both car guys. And I've been telling him like my favorite cars and stuff and what happened. He's like, "Dang, bro, like we gotta find you a car." So he's been helping me look and stuff. And on Monday, yesterday, was it? Oh, it was yesterday. Yesterday, he sends me a listing for my dream car, which is the Mitsubishi Evo 10. Remember my black one I had? The 4-door black one?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So my dream car is that one, but the Evo edition, which is like the souped up, like crazy speed edition one.
Yeah.
Well, he found one, and it's over in Roseville, and it's only 18,000. So I was like, "Oh!" So I called, got it reserved, and I'm picking it up on Friday morning. Ooh, your boy got it. Ooh, your boy gonna get it. Ooh, it's white too. It's a white. It's a white Mitsubishi Evo 10. And they sent me pictures of it today, and it has all the mods that I was going to want to do to it already done. So, like, the way I'm going to receive it is the way I would have tried to build it.
Right.
Yeah, so...
No issues with the car?
I'm, like, super... No, so they're doing a full-on inspection of it because they barely just got the car. And I called them basically the same day that they got the car. They haven't even inspected it or anything. And they're like, "Look, we'll reserve it for you, but we still got to, run tests on it, make sure it's in good condition because we don't want to sell you a car that's going to be like just beat up and it's going to fall apart." So I said, "Okay, cool." So I signed a paper. They emailed me the paper, signed it, sent it back to them, basically reserving the right for me to buy it first. So nobody can go and buy the car yet, even though it's on the car dealership because they sold me the right to have first dibs on it. So I'm hoping after the inspection's done, everything looks good and clean and it's running smooth. And then, Friday morning, I'm heading up over to Roseville and grabbing the car, bringing her home, bringing her home. You gonna hear me go by your house.
We gonna see.
But that's what's up. All-wheel drive, and unfortunately it's automatic because it's a special edition that they made, and they made them in automatic.
You're an adult.
Hey, bro.
You're an adult.
Manuals are funner, okay? I would prefer a manual, but my wife can't drive a manual. Hey,
you are an
You're
adult.
only saying that because you can't drive a manual.
No, I can drive a manual, but here's my thing. You are an adult and you have kids. Or you have a kid, okay?
Yeah.
Be an adult.
So?
Adults drive automatics. Kids drive manual, okay? Very simple.
I don't know who told you that. I don't know who told you that.
Tell me I'm
That is
lying.
a lie.
Tell me I'm lying.
That is a lie.
What's the last adult you seen with a
That's
stick
a lie.
shift? You tell me. Last adult you seen with a stick shift.
A lot of adults drive stick shifts. You know when you get to that. You know when you get to that like retirement age and you see the old dude pulling up in like the nice car.
He ain't got no
Like,
kids.
oh, he finally got the car.
He's an old kid. They wear diapers. Old adults ain't nothing but big kids that wear diapers. You start off wearing a diaper and you finish wearing a diaper. Either way it goes, you're wearing a diaper. So older kid, big kid, it doesn't matter. They both are kids. So they do manual. Once you become an adult, you do automatic. Okay?
Okay, well, I got an automatic, but the main reason I got it automatic is because, for one, you can't find this car anywhere because they stopped making them. So the first one I seen, I was like, I'm gonna grab it. Yeah, and for two, my wife can't drive a manual, so if she ever needs to drive my car, she can.
Exactly. Be an adult.
It's funner driving a manual.
I bet it is, but you're not a kid no more. You're not in high school. We're an adults, okay? So you get
I work at a high school.
You work at a high school. That's as far as it goes. But you're not doing nothing else. It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? You got the automatic. You know what I mean? Welcome to adulthood. But yeah, that's what's up though. Can't wait to see what the car looks like.
It's literally the same car I have on my dream board, which I'm looking at it right now. So it's like crazy. Because like beginning of the year, I was like, I want this car one day. Like, this is gonna be my car.
Yeah, for sure.
And I put it on my dream board, and it's right there, and it's the exact same color. It looks exactly the same as the picture I put on my dream board. So I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's how I felt about the car I got. So I'm with you on that. It's crazy how thoughts become things, man.
Right?
You speak it into existence and you manifest it, it will come true
one
day.
Law of attraction is real, bro.
Man. I'm glad you got
Vibrations.
your car, man. Or you're on your way to get your car. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah, so hopefully as long as everything goes good, inspections are good, Friday morning, I should have the keys in my hand.
That's what I'm saying. Friday.
I'm going to be crying.
Right. So it's like this Friday, you picking up your whip, man, and you up out of there. So that's all that matter.
Yeah. How was your weekend, though? What'd you do?
My week was okay. I didn't really do nothing crazy. My girl was sick, so I spent the weekend kind of taking care of her. She not really feeling too well at the moment, so you know, it's kind of this sickness has been lingering longer than normal.
It's like that cold that's been going around.
Yeah, whatever it is, but like she got it really bad. Like this weekend was kind of like up and down for most of the weekend, and then I even came down with it a little bit. For like a couple of days, but then I'm like, I'm good today. I went to work and everything today, but yesterday I didn't go to work. I stayed home. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird dealing with sickness nowadays because you don't know if people got COVID or if they don't. So you kind of like move with caution. You know what I mean? Compared to
we kind of traumatized, you know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
got that PTSD from COVID, bruh.
For real. So it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think she's feeling a little bit better. But outside of that, work is work. So that's kind of been cool. And yeah, man. I mean, I actually, you know, what's so funny? I take that back. I actually been enjoying myself because since basketball started, came back since All-Star break because that shit was trash. Basketball has been really fire to watch. So, like, I've been loving watching the games because every game so far has been pretty competitive because there's, you know, it's almost playoff time. So everybody gotta get ready.
How's KD doing over there at the Suns?
He hasn't even played yet. I think he don't play till. I think he plays comebacks tomorrow. I think he either comebacks tomorrow or this weekend. I'm not sure, but he hasn't played yet. He's been hurt, so he hasn't came back yet. LeBron just got hurt Sunday, so he's gonna be out for like 3 weeks.
Oh, I seen that. He hurt his ankle, right? He hurt his ankle.
Yeah, so I think that pretty much is an end to our season in a nutshell. I mean, we could still make the play-in for sure, but trying to make the playoffs without him won't happen. So hopefully he gets reevaluated in like 3 weeks. Hopefully they come out okay. But yeah, outside of that though, but as far as the games itself, like NBA has been fun to watch. So I've been loving it. So I think that'd be
You know what's really fun to watch right now too?
What?
The XFL.
Really? You actually enjoying that? I'm not. I can't. I just can't get
I'm
into
actually
it.
enjoying it.
I can't. I just can't get into it.
It's like there's so many turnovers, like dudes getting picked off left and right, fumbles, dudes just breaking for like 60. It's crazy. It's like watching a college game, but like with NFL rules, and it's pretty dope to watch. But yeah. I've been getting entertained by it,
but I haven't got into it. I told myself I was gonna watch a game, but I ain't really. I have not yet sat down, and I think the cool part about it is they show, like, for me on weekends, if I'm watching a game on weekend, if it ain't NFL, I'm usually watching basketball, and with the NFL season being over, basketball takes over the weekends now. So they got Saturday games and they got Sunday. And I think they got the same time slots as the NBA games. So I don't even be thinking about turning it on, to be honest. But
I mean, I just watch the highlights and stuff. Like, I don't watch the full game.
Okay, sure. But you got to watch the whole game in its full essence. That's what I do. I watch the game in full. You don't really get.
I ain't got time for that.
Well, that's my thing, right? Huh?
So I got a kid. I ain't got time for that.
Well, exactly, and that's fair enough. You feel me? I get that part, but I mean, there's people that got kids that watch they'll watch full games. But so it's kind of, it just depends, right? But I know for me, I just really put this rope over, and that's disgusting. Regardless of the fact, I know for me, I have to like sit and watch the game. I don't watch highlights at all. If I miss a game, I just miss the game. Unless somebody like, for example, I think the last highlight I just watched was Dame. He dropped 71 like a couple nights ago.
Oh, I seen that.
I watch that type of stuff. But as far as like highlights, like I gotta watch the full game because I feel like somebody that, you know what I'm saying, when you play a sport and you understand the little intricacies and all the little details that come and affect certain games, you don't really get that when you watch highlights. Like you get the grand scheme of things for sure, don't get me wrong, but there's just like little things that happen if you don't watch the full game, you don't really get the full effect of it. So personally, that's why I do it. But I get it. You got a kid, your kid take over the TV more than you do. So yeah, you gotta watch
Thomas the Train all day.
Exactly. You feel me? So I get it.
And Blippy.
I'm letting you know right now. That shit ain't happening with me. My kid, my son, we watching football, son. We watching football. You already know what's up. Cause that's how I was raised. I'll be honest. Like I watched cartoons in my spare time, but I was doing whatever my dad was doing. So my dad was watching sports. So that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shoot, I'm about to go change the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, I guarantee you. I guarantee you, it's gonna get to a point where your kid gonna be paying attention to what you're doing, and if you like certain things, he's going to gravitate to it. It's just how it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well,
so
I'm gonna have to do that then. But I was gonna say on the Damian Lillard dropping the 71, I see someone post. They said Ben Simmons in 5 games dropped 70, and Damian Lillard in 1 game dropped 71.
It's disrespect they got on Ben Simmons, man. I ain't gonna lie,
funny.
Ben Simmons has definitely been. They gonna have to. I hope he's okay because he's literally been going through something. Because the way he's fell off as a basketball player is disgusting. It is.
It's crazy.
Ooh. As a team top player, potentially could be an All NBA player one day. He look like he ain't never picked up a basketball before. And, you know, whatever mental lapse he's going through, man, I hope he figure it out because it ain't looking too well. It ain't looking too well because after this contract, I think he could potentially be done because I don't know if any team will want to take on whatever he's going through. And honestly, I think he may not even want to play no more. Yeah, some people don't even want to do all that to go to play ball. Like, you ain't trying to do all that. So, but yeah, man.
I was gonna say, I noticed you using the microphone today. Any reason?
Yeah, man. Well, because hopefully I fixed it. If it cut out, then I was gonna use my AirPods. But you know, it is what it is. You know, because you know my extender.
Because
you said what?
Oh, there's a little bit of lag, so I start talking, and then
you say what you.
I was gonna say, I feel like I feel like it's because when we was editing these videos, you can kind of tell like the difference between your audio and my audio.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, it was going to be like
Could you
that
tell?
regardless. It's
Or was it
always going
just
to be
me?
like that. But like, unless we use the same identical mic every single time, it will always be different audios. I wasn't tripping off that. I kind of just was tired of holding holding a microphone while I'm talking. I kind of hate doing this. So that's why I switched. I started
Really?
using my AirPod. Yeah,
I love it.
I hate using a microphone. Like,
I feel like
I
I'm
don't
on
mind
stage.
I don't mind talking to it to pick it up. The problem is that you really can't, like, you really have to hold it close to your mouth in order for it to pick up really well. So that's why I just say, you know, I'm gonna use the AirPods because they pretty much do the same thing. But yeah. Well,
I feel like the microphone has a little bit better quality.
yeah. Well, man, to switch over before we get into the NFL news of the week and the NFL rumors of the week, because it really, obviously, it's the off season, so there ain't really much to talk about. But question, it's been a popular question.
I got a lot to talk about if you want to talk about something.
We're not talking about, and we play.
I've been seeing some
baseball.
rumors.
You were talking about baseball. Play this. We'll get into your rumors, but question. It's been popular. You know, and I wanna ask your opinion about it because I feel like you obviously you didn't do it, but you know, you had experience in it, so I was kind of curious, right? So throughout this whole week, right, there was this podcast that or not a podcast, but there was this YouTube channel that I listened to or watch, right? And they was talking about how it was talking about college, right? It was talking about how college is like not necessary and how a lot of people go there and it's just a waste of money, blah, blah, blah. And mind you, it's definitely more context to it, so I don't want to act like I'm just saying exactly what they said, but in the grand scheme of things, it's almost like, yeah, like college is not really necessary. You know what I'm saying? Especially depending on, you know, what major and degree you go for, blah, blah, blah. So, I kind of want to ask your opinion about it just because I know your background with everything, or at least I know your situation. So it's kind of curious. What side are you on when it comes to that? Like, do you feel like college is necessary or not? Would you, matter of fact, here we go. Is college necessary? And would you like tell your kid to go to college?
For me, I think college is necessary depending on what you want to do with your life.
Right.
So if you're trying to be like a doctor, a lawyer, or like something like that's where you have to go to college and get educated and stuff like that. Like if you really, really want to do like that's your dream and you know you're gonna wake up every day loving it, then yeah, definitely, you know, go to college, you get your education, stuff like that. But I don't think college is necessary for you to be able to find a good paying job. I was actually talking to my wife about this a couple of months ago. I wish I would have known about trade schools coming out of high school.
Yeah,
because trade schools, they get you through a program within like 6 to 12 months, and you like already professional, making like good money. Because I was looking into like the electrician school, and it's like a 6-month program they put you in, and then after that, like you just take a test and you become an electrician. And you know, electricians like they make
pretty good money, man,
they make
for
more
sure.
than nurses. So I mean, it just depends on what you want to do with your life. I feel like if you are not certain about exactly what you want to do and career path you want to get into, then I would say don't do the college thing, because you're going to just spend a lot of money on nothing, because you need to go out there and actually find what your passion is and what you love, versus, you know, trying to just follow the crowd, basically, is what I see it coming to. Is you don't want to be left behind like, oh, all my friends went to college, got a college degree, and you know I don't have one, so I feel left out. It's like, bro, like it just depends on what you want to do with your life. But yeah, no, if my son decides to go to college, then yeah, he can go to college, but you know he better like know what he wants to do and what's gonna make him happy. End of the day, it's whatever makes you happy. But on the whole college thing, it's crazy because we don't even know that a lot of these big corporations own the colleges that we are trying to get into. And, we get in there, get out these loans, and we go work for these companies that we paid all this money to learn from. And then, you're paying off that loan for the rest of your life. So it can be, a little bit discouraging, but, there is a system in it. So, yeah, but I feel like it's going to bite the big corporations in the butt pretty soon because a lot of people are deciding not to go to college anymore. And then that's going to make them lose a lot of money because a lot of people are not going to be putting money into their education. Mm-hmm. And then that's one source of income that these big companies are going to lose is these college kids. So, but we'll see what happens.
You said something about corporation owning colleges. Elaborate on that. What you mean?
Yeah. So if you look at the main colleges in the United States and who owns the colleges, you're going to see it's like these very wealthy and powerful families that own the colleges. So their thing is they're saying, you need to go to college. You need to go to college. Why? Because you're going to take out a loan. You're going to pay their corporation to learn so that you can graduate and go work for their corporation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I've just never heard of that. I've never heard of that before. So I was kind of curious. Like, did you know some? Like, what do you know exactly? Because I'm like, what corporation owns certain universities? So I was kind of curious.
Let's just say there's some powerful families out there that basically own the colleges and the universities.
Can we get names of universities?
Telling people to go to. I ain't naming no names. You ain't gonna find me missing next week.
Man, bro. See, that's what I'm saying.
Find me missing next week. We all good on all that,
How you gonna tell us that there's certain corporations that own colleges and not give us names of universities? Whoa. Dog, you were purple again. Yeah, I can hear you. I can still hear you, yes. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, refresh and come back, man. Refresh and come back, man. God damn, that is disgusting. Sorry about that. I don't know if this part will get cut out. This part probably will get cut out, at least from here to whenever my brother comes back. Yeah, luckily I clipped it, so we should be straight. But yeah, oh, he's back. Hey!
So, I was gonna say a name, but
I guess not. The feds zoned it. I guess not.
Freaking mine.
Right, exactly. Interesting take.
Go to college,
I've never heard of that take.
Go to college.
I would definitely have to. Right, I'm definitely gonna do some research on that for sure because that's definitely an interesting take. I've never heard out of all the years that people talk about college and no college. People, I didn't know that was a thing, so I'm gonna look and see what's going on with that. But yeah, man.
What about you? You gonna have your kids go?
It kind of depends, right? I think we were programmed a certain way, right? So like now it's being so many ways to make money. I'm not necessarily against my kid not going to college. I would just hope they would have a plan. And granted, you don't have to go. I don't even think you have to go right after high school. Like you could take a year to whatever, but what you see yourself doing.
Did it save the whole thing?
Yeah, it's back.
Okay.
So yeah.
They killed
It probably. I think you're probably like. There's probably a couple parts that got edited out, and I'll fix it once the when everything is done rendering. So, but anyway, yeah. And I'm gonna start right here, and we're back. Sorry for technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple errors with our with the server. You know what I mean? When you're doing stuff online, it kind of is what it is. You kind of live with it. But anyway, back to what I was saying with the colleges, right? Hey, yo, bro, chill out. Chill out. We don't need that. We don't need that press. We don't need that press at all. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, like, I think the biggest thing with college, right, as far as, like, it's not even about the education per se. I mean, obviously, depending on the degree you got or what, depending on the degree you want to go to college, right? But I think the biggest thing when it comes to college is networking, right? Because most of the time, especially when you get older, it's not even about what you know, it's about who you know. Mm-hmm. And I think the networking thing is definitely, I mean, whether it's worth the investment, it's kind of up to you and how you do it. I think that's probably one of my biggest regrets about college is that I didn't network enough. Mm-hmm. So it made, going to college and to be fair for me, right? Like, I didn't take out that much in loans, right? I got like 10,000 in loans, student loans, which is very low for a degree. Like, very, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But, huh?
That's a steal right there.
What'd you say? You know what I'm saying? So, like, in my situation, I got a steal, but that's only probably because of the degree I picked, which is kinesiology. But, I haven't really used the degree as I should, to be fair. So, that's why I could kind of be pretty transparent with this topic. I think that depending on now, for example, right, I think a lot of people don't use community college as they should. I know, not 9 times out of 10, or most times than not, most people that go to college, especially if they're freshmen, you're taking general ed until your junior year. It doesn't make sense to go to a 4-year when you can get the same general education at a 2-year. But most people do it because of the experience, what they see on movies, the TV, being at a college, being away from your parents, blah, blah, blah. So I think in the grand scheme of things, like I said, I think it just kind of comes down to networking. And if the networking is worth the investment. Because, depending on the program, let's say you go for tech or whatever, if you get networked with the right people, you good, especially out here in Cali. You feel what I'm saying? Or even becoming a doctor or whatever. Just that network can be important compared to if you don't, you kind of got to get it out the mud and get it on your own and network at the same time. But it's harder to do that. You have to go to these events and stuff like that when it's kind of easier to do it because you're at school.
You know what's crazy?
So, what's up?
It seems like right now the biggest thing for like trying to get hired at a new job is experience. They're looking for experienced people.
Yeah.
But it's like,
right,
these people are coming out of college, like they don't have experience in the field that they studied, and they're getting passed up for all these people that had just been working in that company and just worked up the ladder. So it's like it's weird, but right now, like your biggest thing is experience. Like that's how I got my current job right now, because you're supposed to have a college degree to work at where I'm working, but they overlook that because I have so much experience in what I'm doing, and that's why they hired me. So I feel like if you can find a way to study, if your thing is you need to go to college to get a degree to get the dream job you want, do that. But at the same time, if you could find a way to get some experience, it's going to help so much. And once you apply for that position, so
which is it's bullshit if we being completely honest, right? Because most young people don't get that job. Let's be real, right? Most kids don't come out with experience, right? So you want the degree plus the additional 3 to 5 years of whatever experience you think you need for this job. However, on top of that, I probably won't get hired because I don't have the said experience. And even if I had the said experience, that shit really don't matter. Because you know why? You're going to teach me the way you want me to do it. Not the way I did it at the past other organizations. So, like, does it really matter if I had the experience or not? In the grand scheme of things? I put like this. It's almost like experience. I mean, obviously, experience is part of your resume, but it's almost more important in your resume, no matter what, right? And it's hard for young adults, especially, to get that experience if jobs are not giving that opportunity to people because they have the degree that they so called want, right? But
yeah,
I don't know. I think when it all boils down to is if you have a plan, depending on what you want to do, college can be worth it. But I think the only way you get college to be worth it is if you network. And if you don't network, then I can see how going to college can be kind of pointless. Because, you know, with the piece of paper, it may look good, but, you know, if you don't really have connections in that said field, and especially if you need to upgrade, it's harder to do. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't got the experience behind you. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you feel is best. Anyway, moving along, man, to some NFL news and rumors of the week. We're going to start off in San Francisco. Brock Purdy is postponing his UCL surgery. I guess that means that he's going to, I guess it was swollen still. So they're just giving it more time before they go ahead and do the surgery. And from what I know, I think as of now, I think Trey Lance is the starting quarterback until proven otherwise. So I think he will have a nice little tryout, if you will.
He is.
Yeah. And allegedly, I guess Brock Purdy may have the Tommy John. Nobody really knows. A lot of people speculating that he might have the Tommy John. You may be able to talk about that more than me because you actually play baseball. So I don't really even understand the injury. Is it when you throw out your elbow?
Yeah, it's basically the ligaments and stuff in your elbow. It just gets destroyed. Yeah, so where it's not going to be the same ever again.
Yeah, right. So I remember I was listening to a couple people talk about it, and he was talking about how some players come back better, right, from Tommy John. That's what they said. Especially with surgery and treatment and stuff like that. Yeah, and some people actually look forward to it because they actually, they get better. Their arm gets better. So, I think we kind of overran this question. I mean, we kind of talked about it a lot. You know what I mean? It's almost like a never-ending scenario for the Niners. But you being a Niners fan, what do you see? Do you think Trey Lance can make a solid impression to be able to start coming forward? Or do you think, regardless, Brock Purdy is the starting quarterback no matter what Trey Lance does?
I think because of this situation to where we're not going to have this competitive kind of just quarterback position in the beginning of the season, Trey Lance is going to start, and I think because of that, they're going to make sure that he is the starter for the Niners. I mean, unless he gets hurt again, but, we don't want that to happen. But when Brock Purdy comes back, I think he is going to be the second stringer, unfortunately. Unless Trey Lance just keeps blowing leads and just not winning games, which is going to be very hard with this 49ers team, because you literally just have to come in and be a decent quarterback and you will be able to win some games. So Trey Lance, we put a lot of money up for this guy. He's supposed to come in, be very, mobile, be high IQ. He's supposed to be like this great quarterback coming in. And we haven't seen it yet because of the injury from last season. So if he can come in and play decent, get us some touchdowns, score some points, get us some dubs, he's going to make sure, he's going to for sure have that first, the QB1 position when Brock Purdy gets back. But it's just unfortunate that we're not going to see this competitive play out for QB1. But yeah. Man, it's going to be crazy. It was going to be crazy.
I'm going to keep it a bug with you. I'm going to keep it a whole stack. I really think that Purdy is not is. I think this is Purdy's position. I think that
You still think it's Purdy position?
I really do, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that. Just because of the fact that I think what we seen from Purdy in the 8 weeks, right? Not to mention. Okay, to be fair, right? Brock Purdy had a better situation than Trey Lance coming in. Trey Lance had the lesser offense, obviously, because you have Christian McCaffrey. That makes a huge difference. And to be fair, Trey Lance never really got enough time. So who's to say that it wouldn't have looked look the same, if not better? However, you got to keep in mind, right? Trey Lance is going against a player that in that system was averaging 30 points, relatively 30 points in the regular season. In the playoffs, he kind of struggled a little bit, if we being honest. He wasn't really looking too great in the playoffs. Okay, bro, let's be honest. First half, like this. First half against the Seahawks,
he had to get warmed up.
He turned up in the second half, but he didn't look that great. Against the Cowboys, didn't look that great. If we being honest.
Until the fourth.
Until the fourth, and they barely won. He only put up 17.
But he put up 17 in one quarter.
So you telling me I had 0 going into the fourth quarter?
No. The game didn't end 17. What did the game end as?
It was like 23-10, 23-13, something like that.
Yeah, but like...
It was 23, I think 23-10, right?
Let me look.
Or 23.
19-12.
Oh, my bad. I'm way off.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't really compared to what we seen in the regular season, he wasn't really going crazy like he was in the regular season.
No, I mean,
so he definitely
you're playing better teams in the postseason, so it's gonna be harder. Talking about Cowboys,
yes,
Seahawks, and Eagles who have top tier defenses. Obviously, he's not going to be
Wait. This is the bullshit I've been talking about. You're not for to give these defenses credit and don't act like you wasn't acting like Brock Purdy was for to serve these guys. Every week I was saying this.
Look, bro.
I was literally saying everything that you were saying. And now you want to act like what I was saying was actually making sense. Yeah, Brock Purdy, he finna put up 30. They finna win.
I don't know. You keep going in, and it's like, hold on, step back, wait a minute.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, guys. This is gonna be a lot of editing today that I really didn't want to do. But for whatever reason, it just keep cutting out. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why I was doing it this week, but anyway, like I was saying, you were the main person complaining, or not complaining, but you were saying that Brock Purdy is this guy, and that he's going to go crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. Brock Purdy is really good, right? I think he definitely had a underwhelming playoffs. For sure, right? And if he's playing the Philly game, who knows? They may have a shot. Cool. But I still think that Trey Lance is going to be on such a short leash that I think that no matter what he does, the first minute he messes up, they're going to be yelling Purdy, right? And I think I told you this a few weeks ago. I think it's going to happen.
How many games will Trey have to be able to just be out there without the worry of Purdy's right here on the sideline?
I don't know, but let's say he has 6 games. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he has 6 games. I don't think in those 6 games he is going to be able to buy over the Niner fans. I'm just being completely honest. You got to understand, he's going to have to put up 30 every week.
Yeah, he is.
To prove to y'all that he's the better quarterback. Just because of the fact that we literally just seen Brock Purdy made it look so easy in the regular season. With that same roster, give or take, depending on who they trade and who let go, blah blah blah. We'll argue about that in the off season. Excuse me. But for the most part, Trey Lance he's in an uphill battle that I just don't see him winning, unfortunately. And I don't. And
what
it's
if he
just
does score the 30
because-
points a game?
Well, then we have a different discussion, right? Because then you'll roll with the hot hand, which would be Trey Lance. And then the main decider factor would be the Super Bowl or getting to the Super Bowl, right? But I think y'all are so. I think y'all are. Everybody in Niner Nation is so sold on Brock Purdy, rightfully so, that Trey Lance, literally, in my opinion, is the odd man out, regardless,
because of the fan favorites.
Because of the fan favorite and how much it took to get Trey Lance, right? For a player that took damn near 3 first-round picks or something crazy like that to get him, the fact that y'all haven't really been like, ooh, we made it to the Super Bowl, but we got Trey Lance coming. Once he come back, we really finna take. That ain't the conversation. The conversation is, damn, we hope Brock Purdy come back. And then when he come back, damn, I hope Brock Purdy good as what he was. Once you're having those conversations, yeah.
They sold on Purdy.
Yeah, y'all. To me, it's hard to tell me that y'all not sold on Purdy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, we do wish that Purdy never got hurt, and so we could see exactly what he had to offer. And we do wish that he would be ready to go by game 1 of next season to kind of see him compete for that QB1 position with Trey Lance. But I mean, we gave up so much for Trey Lance that we got to give him a chance. Like, there's no way that the GMs are going to be like, nah, like, we can't start Trey Lance over Purdy, even though we gave up so much for him. Like, they have to give Trey Lance a chance because you gave up so much for him. You can't just sit him on the bench.
I agree.
He needs a chance.
Agree. I think they will give him a chance. I even believe that he deserves a chance, right? However, I do think it's a chance that, like, unless you give him a whole full season to cook, we will never really know, right? But my thing is, it's hard for me to think, okay, I have this dynamite team where I know if I put Brock Purdy in, we're a lock for the playoffs, more likely than not. We could get to the Super Bowl or at least get to the conference championship with this team, with Brock Purdy as our quarterback. Like, I ain't gonna say it's a lock, but you're confident in it, right? Can you really say that about Trey Lance? Unless you give him a whole season. No.
You can't, because we didn't see.
Like I said, I'm telling you right now, Trey Lance starts off the season. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, he starts off the season 2-2. He gets 6 games. No matter of fact, he gets 6 games, and he starts off the season. Like this, he starts off the season 3-2, or 3 or 4-2, even maybe even 3-3. It's over.
If you 50 or under, like, nah, bro. If you 50 or under, nah.
Yeah. I'm saying, so like he would literally, they would dare have to be close to undefeated with him at quarterback for him to even for the team to even think like, all right, we could rock with him for the year.
Honestly, I don't think that's
everybody
gonna be hard.
Loved Purdy. Huh?
I don't think that's gonna be hard for him with the team that we have this coming season. I don't think it's gonna be hard for him to be able to go undefeated for a little while.
Who is y'all scheduled this? What's y'all scheduled this year?
I didn't see anything. They didn't have it yet.
Yeah, cause y'all do have a schedule. They probably haven't showed it, but y'all do have a schedule because I know y'all play us. Y'all play the Ravens this year, and I'm going to that game. So
is that home, Levi? What day is that game on? Like a week.
I don't know. It says to be to be announced, but I do have the schedule.
Okay,
I could look at. I'm looking at the schedule right now.
I was gonna say if it's on like a Monday or a Thursday night, let me get one of them tickets too. We gonna be out there.
So let's see. We got. So y'all play at Washington, at Pittsburgh, at Arizona, at Cleveland, at LA, at Philadelphia. Why is there so many road games? Oh no! Oh whoa!
I'm about to say,
Do
when
y'all
do
really
we play at home?
do y'all really start off with? I hope. Okay, now granted, this is just this probably no, ain't no way.
That's gotta be
Well, this
somebody
may
made
be
that
this.
up.
Nah, this might be it. Well, let's just say it's to be announced, right? So who knows? But let's just hypothetically speaking, let's even say this is not even in order, right? Damn, I wish I could find one that was in order. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it's not in order yet, so you probably won't.
No, they haven't released the
Nah.
season games.
Yeah, you lucky, man.
We're gonna look out for
Usually
it
they
though.
would have it though. Like they would have the dates so you could see like already like who playing what year. I might have to check the app or something. Yeah, they ain't got them yet. It's cool though. But I just know y'all. I know y'all playing us for sure, right? I know y'all playing us for sure, but I don't know the dates of when y'all playing. I don't know the dates of when y'all playing us. So yeah, we'll see. So y'all got all y'all home games. Y'all play the Giants at home. Y'all play the Buccaneers at. Oh, Joe Burrow coming out here too. That might be a good one. I ain't gonna lie. I might go to that one too. I ain't gonna lie. But I see Joe Shiesty. I ain't gonna lie. I see Joe Shiesty. But anyway, let's just say the first 4 to 6 games is crucial because we don't know what it's gonna look like. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. I don't know, man. I'm rooting for Trey. I'm rooting for Treyway, but yeah, it's a tough battle for him to. It's gonna be a tough battle for him to overcome because he is asking a lot from him. So, all right, man, moving along. I guess we could kind of run by these real quick. Jimmy G wants $35 million. Think he getting it?
Nope.
I agree. I don't think he getting it at all. He ain't even worth it. I think Jimmy G probably worth like maybe 20, 25. You know what I'm saying? Rumor has it he might go to the Falcons. So they looking for a quarterback.
At another organization, he might be able to get what he wants, but for us, we ain't paying that for you, bro. Like, nah.
Well, I know y'all not. Y'all don't want to pay him at all. Which, yeah, low-key, I might have had the option. You might have to bring him back too. Anyway, yeah, I mean the Titans they released three-time Pro Bowler tackle Taylor Lewan. I think I'm butchering his name. Sorry. Robert Woods, and then the kicker Randy Bullock. Seem like the Titans are kind of getting rid of
They're rebuilding
cap. I think they're probably in a rebuilding phase. Let's be honest. I don't know what the direction their team is going. Unfortunately, Derrick Henry, one of the best running backs ever, is going to be dealing with this. But it seems like Titans are pretty much in rebuild mode at this point.
Yeah.
At least how I see it.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because they've had so many years to where they've like been a decent team, then they dropped, and then been a good team, then they dropped, and it's like you guys gotta like,
ain't never
you guys gotta figure something out, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and they know they was expecting Robert Woods to be that guy, but he just wasn't. And then once they let go of AJ Brown, it was kind of the writing was on the wall for me personally. It didn't make no sense. Yeah, they had let go of him. Corey Davis, and I think
it was a Lions.
Huh?
Stafford's on Lions. Who was the other one?
Yeah, for sure. But he was a good lineman though, so we'll see, man. Lastly, at least for the rumors that I really cared about, budget cuts for the Cowboys. Obviously, they spend a lot of money. Rumor has it that they're gonna let go of Ezekiel Elliott. If he gets cut, where can you see Ezekiel Elliott going to?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie like that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. If Ezekiel you want to come to Baltimore, bro? I'll let you, boy. I promise you. Let Ezekiel Elliott get healthy. I promise you, I'll take him. We need a running back. Our running backs don't be healthy. Even though he's not healthy either. But damn,
I think y'all need to go for a wide receiver.
I need a name.
Y'all need to go for a wide receiver before you go for a running back.
That's cool. I know we need a wide receiver, but I want a name. I want names on our roster. I want names on the squad. I'm tired of having no names. Give us some names on the roster. J.K. Domas is nice. Don't get me wrong. I love J.K. Domas. He is a baller.
Ooh, you know who Elliott might think about? Who he should think about going to?
Niners.
Nah, if he goes to the Broncos. They got new coaching. So they're going to
Got
have
Sean
new
Payton over
schemes.
there.
They got a decent
Sean Payton.
defense. Russell Wilson,
Okay,
cooking it up with
okay.
his boys
I
too.
ain't mad at that.
So
Okay,
he might look nice in the
mad at
Broncos
that.
uniform. You feel me?
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. I think okay. Realistically speaking, I know I was talking shit, but realistically speaking, Broncos is definitely a good team. I like that one a lot. Honestly, I definitely like that one a lot. I'm trying to think, where would he get touches though? Maybe the Jets if they want to help Brees Hall, not give him too much workload.
I feel like the Jets are going to try to make a bigger move than that this offseason.
Yeah.
So they gonna have the
they do love
salary
Brees
cap
Hall,
for
but
that.
I know he coming off for 20 ACL.
What about the Chargers?
They got Eckler.
Yeah.
So I don't think they really looking for a running back. Because I don't know where Zeke goes and he could start, right? I think Zeke's starting days
Arizona
are over. I think, yeah, but like I said, I think Ezekiel, wherever he goes, is going to be like a 2-man tandem as far as, one running back goes for a couple plays and they go, you know what I'm saying?
Basically what he was doing at the Cowboys now.
Primary. Huh?
Basically what he was doing at the Cowboys right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to do one more of the same wherever he goes, and probably for less money. So, but again, Ezekiel Elliott been dealing with injuries all year, so who knows? He may have a bounce back year. He could easily be a comeback player of the year next year, depending on how he responds from the injuries. So, because he's been playing through injuries for the longest.
Yeah,
so. We will see. Shout out to Ezekiel Elliott, man. I remember you was a dog at a point. I mean, you still a boy now, but I remember Ezekiel was a problem.
Since Pollard
he
came
was
to
a
town.
real deal problem. Huh?
That's since Pollard came to town.
Yeah, man, boy, Pollard came, took a couple years. He ain't been right since. So,
move over.
But yeah, man, I think that's it for the news and rumors of the week, or at least the stuff I cared about. So yeah. You got any questions or something like that you want to talk about? I'll throw the lob to you for a little bit. Because I'm pretty much
I think next week, I'm going to save all the other things that I wanted to talk about for next week. We can talk about them.
Okay, cool.
But I'm going to ask you this last one, though, because I find this real interesting. The Bears have expressed that they are willing to trade that first-round pick that they got this next coming draft. Who do you think they should trade that to? And what should they get in return for their first round draft pick if they decide to do it?
That shit dumb. And the reason why I say it's dumb, it kind of depends, right? It depends what they're looking for because, like, you're trading a first. But the thing is what number do they have in the draft?
They got number 1. They're the first ones.
Oh, the number 1 overall.
Yeah, they're the number
pick,
1 overall pick.
So, I mean, they're going to be looking for something, right? They're probably be looking for a star player or a young proven player. I mean, yeah, but they're probably gonna be looking for that. They're gonna be looking for picks as well, like maybe a couple thirds, maybe some 4th, 5ths. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'd be like 2 or 3 picks with it. Shit, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a young star that the Bears really need.
Well, let's put it this way: what position do they need to fill for them to have a better team next season? Like, what's the most important? I know there's multiple positions they need, but what's like their most important?
I was gonna say, oh shit! If you want me to be honest, close your eyes, throw a dot, pick one. I promise you,
just don't hit the quarterback
anywhere.
Do you think Justin Fields needs a wide receiver? Do you think he needs a running back? Do you think he needs a tight end? Do you think he needs an O-line? Sure. Do you think they need to update the defense, or not update, but they need to get some more talent in that defense to help out with the offense? Because the offense was doing good there, like towards the end by themselves, but it was mainly Justin Fields just running around everybody. So what do you think would be the best option for them? Like, what's the one position that they need to fill and put like a Pro Bowler in there to help that team?
I would probably say wide receiver or wide receivers. I think Here's my thing, though. I don't know if it's worth a first round overall pick because there's no wide receiver. There's no Randy Mosses in the draft. There's really talented wide receivers, but I don't think there's really like maybe it'll be to be seen, but I don't see a Jamar Chase. I don't see a Stephon Diggs in the draft. I just don't, right? But like I said, I could be wrong. There is very much. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of potential that could probably be them. I just don't see it being worth a first overall pick.
So what if they take that pick and they
everywhere.
go get somebody that's current? Somebody that's been in the game for at least a couple years and proven themselves, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to trade out this first round pick. Give me that player. What position would that player be?
I just don't think like. Okay, so they call up the Bills and be like, "Hey, Stephon Diggs for a first round pick. Talk to me." Or they go, "Hey, Raiders. Hey, Raiders. I know y'all don't really want. Y'all let go of Derek Carr. I'm pretty sure Devontae Adams don't want to be there no more. First round pick. Give me Devontae Adams in a third or fourth or some shit." Because the Rays already got like another top 10 pick already. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's kind of, NFL trades are so weird to me because you just don't know what the market is like, right? Like, D Hop got traded for second and third rounders in his prime. Vontae Adams got traded for third and fourth. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really. It's hard to gauge the market as far as trade concerned. I just think the Bears just need to, in my opinion, draft the best player available. So whoever they think is going to be the number one overall player, right? So everybody, I would probably agree, is probably, so far I've seen from most mock drafts, I think if I remember correctly, it is Will Anderson from Alabama, right? And if that's the case, draft him. Start there. Because at this point, you just need to have talent on the roster. And, like, the Bears just lack talent, in my opinion. So right now, in this mock draft, which was made 15 hours ago, some random NFL analyst, he put Jalen Carter, D tackle for Georgia. And actually, I know who you're talking about too. He is nice. He's really good. If that is the best player, take him. You don't really need to go you know what I'm saying? Because at this point, you just need talent on that roster. They really don't have no talent.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you need to upgrade wide receiver. Yeah, you need to upgrade all that. But I think if you get the best player available, and if it just happened to be a D tackle, like right now, I'm looking at another mock draft. They say Will Anderson from Alabama, but obviously the top talented people, they don't need another quarterback because they got
Fields.
What's my name? Justin Fields. So they don't need Bryce Young. They don't need none of them other quarterbacks. They kind of just need to develop everything around them. And I think that it's easier to find receivers and shit later in the draft compared to finding O linemen and D linemen and linebackers early. So for me, I'm getting the O line and my D line and my linebackers first because they dictate the game the most. Then I get my skill positions on the back end, unless it's some type of spectacular talent like a Randy Moss, or like I said, I don't even want to go that ancient. I'm gonna go Tyreek Hill, or you know what I mean, whatever. Devontae Adams. If it's that type of talent out there, then go get them. But for a number one overall pick, I need for sure, like, more, like, guaranteed you're going to be nice. And it's going to be either Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. So.
Okay. Well.
Like I just went on a tangent.
All good. I just want to know what you think, if the Bears should take that first round pick or if they should trade it off, and who for. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, if they just going to be in the rebuilding phase too, they just, like you said, get the best player available. So, all good, man.
Because they just got to start somewhere. At the end of the day, they just have to start somewhere. And when you building a team, obviously you want to start with your trenches. That's if you're trying to build a team, you gotta get your quarterback right and you gotta get your trenches right.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receivers, running back, corners, secondary, you could find those later in the draft. You know what I mean? Like you could find those for real and later in the draft. They come a dime a dozen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it's hard to find them, but you're more likely to find those type of players later in the draft. When it comes to O line, D line, and even quarterback, if you don't get them guys early, more times than not, outside of Brock Purdy and a few of others, yeah, it's gonna be hard to find.
Tom Brady.
You know what I mean? Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be hard to find. They may slip through the cracks every now and again, sure, but you got to get your trenches right, and you got to get, you know what I'm saying, mainly the trenches first. And that's what the Bears miss. They trenches is trash on both sides. Their O-line sucks, and their D-line don't get no pressure either. So once they take care of that, which is why they're going to draft Will Anderson or I think I said Jalen Carter. I don't want to butcher her name, but D-tackle from Georgia. Then that's going to make a shift. And then they could just start building around that and go from there. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to save everything else for next week, so we got some stuff to talk about.
All right. I think that does it, man. Another week in the books. Not bad. I think we got about an hour. Maybe if that. Maybe like literally a little over an hour.
Yeah.
So that's cool. All good. No worries. Just still think they got some clips from here, so we should be okay.
No, we got clips.
We got some clips for sure. Outside of the technical difficulties, though, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna post those.
Yeah, ain't gonna post those. But yeah, anyway, appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Again, this has been another episode of the Good Call Fellas podcast. You know what to do on the social medias. I ain't gonna ramble about that again. Just make sure you check us out. And if you are watching us, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank you. We're going to continue to keep this going. Any last words before I end it?
Chase your dreams.
Right. Chase your dreams, man. That's what we're going to say. Chase your dreams. Do what makes you happy, man. No matter what people say. I know sometimes, especially when we was growing up, it was kind of like, just to put a cap on the college part, that everybody was kind of, that was all we really knew, right? I remember you touched on it a little bit earlier. And, and now with a bunch of ways to make money, it's almost like programs such to go to college that most people don't understand any other way to make money but to go to college. So, as long as you have a plan, do what you feel makes you happy and that you enjoy, because you only got one chance at this. So do what you want.
Definitely.
And live with the consequences, whatever it is. So, yeah.
Do you, boo boo?
Yeah, do you, boo boo? Do you? So yeah.
All right. Appreciate y'all.
It's been good. It's been good, fellas. This is the Good Fellas, and we'll holler at you next time. Peace.